Okay, so welcome to York Auction Centre this time, Thursday morning, one of the first viewing days. Set to be another big sale, as it always is here. Always stuff, interesting stuff turning up here, more agriculturally based, not really plant like year auctions and like farm stuff. So anybody, thanks for tuning in. Anybody who hasn't before, you can also find mainly trucks and tractors on Facebook and TikTok. The Facebook basically shows when there's a video coming out or when there's new TikToks. It'll also say where we've been and quite possibly where we're going to go to. So it's a good sort of landing page for the other two sites. The TikToks are slightly different to the YouTube. It's focused on individual machines, sort of minute video, walk around video, bit of music. A lot of people seem to like that. But if we want proper walk around videos, YouTube is the place. So we got loads of trailers this time, some pretty new stuff like this one, and some pretty worn out stuff as well. But yeah, there's something for everybody. If you want a project or something for around the garden, that's fine. Or if you want something that's going to transport your stuff all around the country, they definitely have something for that as well. There's still a lot of things turning up here this time. They had an agricultural show here a week or so ago called Yams, and the site had to be clear for that. Whereas normally you can start bringing in your auction stuff pretty much straight away as soon as the last auction's finished. But yeah, so everything's having to come in the space of a few days. And there are some spaces and some stuff that I've seen in the catalogue that I haven't spotted. So it's a bit of a shame that, you know, there's a lot of people viewing already and a lot of the stuff hasn't turned up. You know, you want to buy something big, a lot of money, you're probably not going to buy it blind. So it might, you know, if people can't get their stuff in on time, it might affect, you know, them bidding on that item, which is a shame, but hey. Anyway, something a little bit different here. Little speedboat. Fantastic bit of a project, I think, that one. Oh yeah, it's a bit of a project. Oh, at least you know it's watertight, full of water. Right, let's move on to the farm trailers, and then we can make our way up to the tractors. So there's going to be something for everybody here, definitely. If you're looking for a trailer and you can't find it here, I think you need to lower your expectations, because there really is everything you can imagine. I spotted these, a couple of Bamford tipping trailers. How nice is that? They're pretty guaranteed they've come from the same place. They've all been painted up the same and all same sort of tyres and everything. That's really nice. Then we got bigger stuff, more modern stuff. Every make and variety you can imagine, really. And Easterby there. It's quite long, that one. Just got one other trailer turning up here, so excuse the noise. Quite an unusual thing. Been adapted over the years by the looks of it. Right, let's just make our way through these trailers. A Triffit there, the hydraulic tailboard, big Stewart there, kind of silage sides on it. That's a monster. Still got his number plate on it. You can have that. And we got a big beaver tail here, which is obviously the back end of was a lorry once, with a crane on it. A pesky crane. Handy bit of kit, really, that. Put your fertiliser on or whatever. So there are plenty of flat beds, triaxles, singles, near news to scrap ones. You know, everything in between. Right. So let's head up to the tractors, have a proper look round. That's what we've come for, isn't it, I think. Oh, just lucky it's not raining today, but my word, can it get any wetter? It's getting, I think it's getting everybody down a little bit, isn't it? Everything's just plastered in mud. It's miserable. Last year's drought seems like a lifetime ago. Okay, so firstly we've got here David Brown 990. Definitely a project. Been sat a while by the looks of it. Yeah. All seems relatively complete though. Good for parts though. Implematic. Is that really rare? Implematic's not sort of unheard of, but I don't know how rare Implematic is. Anyway, moving up a little bit. This is quite a nice thing. With a David Brown loader on. Is that secure a cab? Quite possibly. Let's have a look inside. Well, that's half tight, isn't it? The seat. What's a new seat? But yeah, it's had a good this. Quite well presented. Good tyres. Yeah, that's quite a nice thing, that. Moving on to the other end of the David Brown loader tractor spectrum. What have we got here? Trying to see the model. Oh, 1200 with a quickie loader. It's quite a decent thing, isn't it? It's got quite a heavy duty loader there. Got the frame, the loader frame's going right off to the back axle, so it's not going to stress your tractor out too much, but it stress your fitter out when he comes to do a clutch on your tractor. I'm not sure whether these old, on some of the early David Browns, you could lift off. You didn't need to split them. You could lift the bell housing off, and there's a sliding shaft, so you could change your clutch without splitting it. You'd hope you could do the same with this one, because doing a clutch on these sort of farmhand or with the frames going right to the back was a pain. So I've got a Sanderson rear mounted forklift. It's quite decent. Looks like that's all proper job. Yeah, that's all pretty tidy, isn't it? Really, most of the glass is there. Right. And the Marshall 802, unfinished project, it said in the catalogue. All parts and glass are in the compound, so it comes, everything is missing. It says it's still got. It's half decent. On an A-reg, so it's like 1983, 84. Yeah, it's had a lot of time and effort spent on it so far. Yeah, your best. It's quite nice. Unusual, these Marshalls, there's not that many about. To the 165 Massey. With a wooden roof. I'm not sure what this cab is. This would be the stage ride cab or the flexi cab. I can't remember what it was called. Oh, P-reg, if that's right. Wheels are set out quite wide. Some of the linkage missing. So International 454. With homemade roll bar there. So that's had a cab on it at some point. Yeah, I'd imagine it has had a proper cab on at some point. And a little Fordson, was a Super Dexter, I'm guessing. Supplied. Yeah, a little Super Dexter, supplied by JJ Wright and Son in Norfolk, I believe, or yeah, it's hard to see that. Quite a nice little thing. It's had a lot of work done to it, mechanically by the looks. Okay, so John Deere 2140 SG2 cab. It's quite a nice, handy little size tractor. Been parked under the pigeons by the looks of it for a while. And next one, yeah. Now I recognise this one, 43000 narrow selector speed with all this deflectors to move, I suppose, the grapevines or the fruit trees or whatever, so it doesn't flicks it away from the tyres. It's got the downswept exhaust on it, and it's selector speed. Now this tractor was, I am 99% sure, the same one. It was in the Watts of Barnsley sale we went to a week or so ago. If it isn't the same one, it's got an identical twin. So somebody's, I don't know, it's been bought, hasn't it? And they're flipping it, make a bit more money, I'm guessing. York is probably a better place to sell tractors than Barnsley, I'd say. But yeah, it's quite an unusual thing, that. Not sure where it's come from in the world, but make a nice restoration, definitely. Right, so we've got 3910 Highway, that's what the H stands for. These were slightly different to the agricultural spec ones, different gears, obviously the yellow for councils and stuff, and the roadside stuff makes them more visible. They normally say miles per hour on the clock instead of rev, RPM. Yeah, it does. It's 25 mile an hour. It's basically the same as the more or less the same as the agricultural version. This one's got LP cab on it, low profile. It's got a homemade roof on that, but it's been made very well. Looks a bit out galvanised very well. If that was painted white, you'd barely notice that. Right, so here's undoubtedly one of the stars of the show, I would say. Ford 7000, supplied by Ernest Doe's on an L reg. So what's that make? That 73-ish, I'm not sure. So we've got a full set of wafer weights and the rear front wheel weights. All the glass in the cab. Everything's there. Still, so registered. It's even got the fold down panels under the window, and the fiberglass panel. It's really tidy, really original, really smart. Brand new tyres all round as well. Yeah, expect that to make some good money. In their day, they were a beast of a tractor. I believe they were the first tractor to be fitted with a turbo from the factory as standard. And they were certainly a big tractor in their day. We'll watch that one to see what it goes for. Now then, something slightly newer. 2645 electronic. Now I really like that. I'm not into the Masseys, but we saw one of these at the JR Furby sale. Similar sort of thing. 2-wheel drive. I've got to say it was far better tin work than this one. This is definitely wants a lot of welding doing, and this is what you can see visibly, so it's going to be deeper into it than what you can see. But that said, good basis for a project. That's nice. It's really good. Okay, 590. Let's have a look. This is with a single door cab on it. I don't know whether it's just age related or which depends on the model, where they had 2 doors. But that's a straight looking thing as well. Looks familiar. I'm not sure if I've seen that one before or not. So originally supplied by Hutchinson's of Helmsley, Malton and Seymour. So that's the local tractor to here. David Brown with a David Brown loader. Not sure what model it is. Let's have a quick. 885. Yeah, it's got the door in the bucket there. It's half decent, isn't it? Most of the glass there. Good tyres. Yeah, that's actually quite decent. With a slightly newer cab there, with the wider. The doors are big. The older ones really struggle to get in the door. A nice looking cab, I think, the older ones, but not very practical. So this has got all the cladding. Most of the cladding's still there in the roof and everything. That's all right. That's all right. That. Okay, John Deere 2130. Can't remember if that was it. Was that the OPU cab? I'm not quite sure. On a T-Reg. Yeah, she's tidy and complete. Cleaver sun strip above the window there. And a little Massey 40E industrial. Oh, that does look tidy. Let's have a look in here real quick. Wow. Yeah, that's That's decent. That's really, yeah, that's really smart. No VAT on this one. That's another thing about York. Not everything's got VAT. A lot of things come in from private sellers, unlike the bigger auction houses where it's mainly companies and it's all VAT. You know, if you're buying something for a private collection, having to pay another 20% on top is a stinger, obviously. So yeah, there's a lot of things here which are no VAT on. Okay, let's go have a look around this other row. So a couple of JCB telehandlers here from different ends of the sort of evolutionary scale. Got a P-Reg, which is in itself is still quite old, isn't it? But this one here, I'm not sure what the model is, but it's like a farm special type thing. But it has got the stabiliser legs on the front of this, so it's quite a big capacity one, I suppose. Oh, it's got a double extending boom on this one, so it is quite a big one. Not sure on the model number. It'll be in the catalogue though. And Sanderson TL6. Okay, so Sanderson obviously no longer around. Supplied by Russell, so I think it's a local to here machine. I think Sandersons were from Skegness or Grantham, I think, somewhere around there. Yeah, they're no longer around. They were something to do with Avon Barford, I think, or Invicta or something like that. And next to this we've got a Macbro, I think. Yeah, Macbro, what they call it, Telirams, was it? I think they called them. Not sure. Quite a big machine actually. Sort of physical size. Things are a lot smaller nowadays for the size they can lift. Another Macbro. Oh, Macbro Bray. Crikey, that's an old. Yeah, Macbro Bray, because Macbro, I believe, and Bray were two separate companies at one point. So they combined forces, from what I can make out. It's rather nifty radiator grill, isn't it? Like that. Take it off and have a barbecue in the summer on that. Right, so behind here we got crawling down the gap between. So we got a Manitou rough terrain. Not so many masted forklifts around today, is there? Not like there used to be. Not since teleporters came about. Masted forklift has definitely got its limitations. Some compacts, well, 3 5-tonners or something. Chieftain, there's an older one. Still do a day's work, wouldn't it? Some skid steers. Crikey, those wheels look like almost like car wheels. I'm not sure if I'd be trusting skidding those around all day. Bobcat is slightly more like it, isn't it? Bedford dumper. And we got the high tip ones. We had a high tip one last time we were here, comparing the Thwaites to a kind of JCB, I think we were. So case Proclaim, is it, or just case? And plenty of vacuum tankers there, some rear discharge muck spreaders. We'll just start on these tractors at this end and we'll work our way back up. It's got International TD8. Is that known as a Drott? I'm not really sure. It's a Drott older. Someone will tell me, hopefully. And a 384 Leyland. It's got Nuffield, sort of badged Nuffield. I've not seen that before. Not noticed anyway. Is that right? Well, okay. Needs a cab roof. But by and large, it's relatively complete, I suppose. Good tyres on this one. And that's supplied by Collins Brothers St Neots. Okay, I would find it quite interesting where they originated from. Yeah, so the crawler here. There's no. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure if it's a runner or not. All seems relatively complete though. So next door to this one, what have we got? It's a Marshall? I'm not sure. Not sure about a lot of things today, are we? Yeah, so there you go, Marshall. Not sure of the model. That's certainly an unusual thing. And Dexter, supplied by Oakley's of Market Drayton. It's had a bit of a tart up there, a bit of paint, some nice new bits, some new lights, some new controls and a seat. A little Ferguson, straight petrol by the looks of it with a downswept exhaust. It's quite nice. It's got these old style tyres on. Okay, those front wheels, is it a Ferguson or is it a Ford Ferguson? Oh, okay, spot that. Wow, okay, that's definitely an unusual one then. Yeah, quite different. Look, at a glance, it looks like a Ferguson, doesn't it? With all the styling, but that's quite different with the rad cap coming through the bonnet and such. Maybe do these bonnets not tip? Oh yeah, the bonnet doesn't tip. Okay, never noticed that before. Another Marshall crawler. I wonder if that's come from the same place as the other one. A very period cab on that. It'd keep you dry, but I'd imagine your ears would be ringing after a day in that. Wow. Yeah, there's no sound protection in that one, but yeah, you would be dry. I'd imagine if it was summertime, you'd be taking those doors off. So Fordson Major, it's all been, all parts partly shot blasted and painted. And moving on to a Ferguson. Not sure if it's petrol or diesel. Oh, imagine diesel then. What am I talking about there? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's diesel, of course it is. Something a bit newer, a bit like Zeke. Plenty of gadgets on that one. A bit more refined. Kabuta. Okay, it's got 1950, so I'm not sure what this cab's called. Anybody tell me what this design is? Useful thing for someone. Quite a big Izeki there. About 4562. Yeah, decent thing. 2120 Ford. Okay, so we saw one of these at Watts auction last week or week before. Considerably better condition this one is. Yeah, considerably. Let's have a look inside, see what it's like. Oh, that's tight. Was it locked? I think it might be locked actually. Let's try the other one. Oh, I think that's locked. Oh god, yeah, I can't get that open. It all looks pretty tidy actually. As compacts go, that's a big thing. And a little Nuffield or BMC Mini, used to have one of these a few years ago. Really nice little thing that. Really nice to drive. Want some tyres on it. But that's, yeah, nice thing. Right, so look at these two that we missed. So we've got the 410 Farm Master. That's a capable thing. Got a couple in the corner. So we've got here TS100 New Holland. Looks very up together. Some of the newer stuff is by the gate. A Kubota with a loader on. Yeah, usable thing. And a TM125. It seems like it's had a bit of a hard life, to be fair. It'd be a useful tractor. Okay, so this is a little bit different. An armour track. Now that's got a serious amount of weights. Front wheel weights, rear wheel weights. The front weights. This is clearly an imported thing. Not sure how old it is. Let's have a look. Oh, looks pretty new actually looking at it. Oh, okay. Might even be sort of unused. Got a lot of green moss or mould all over it. Yeah, I would say that's... Yeah. I'd say it's just old stock. It's been sat around for a while. Which does beg the question, doesn't it? Why? Yeah, unused. But it's been sitting for quite a while by the looks of it. Well, no, actually, is it unused? I don't know. Maybe not. It hasn't done a lot though, definitely. Yeah, it hasn't done a lot, but it's been sitting around. Okay. So Merlot telehandler, TF357, whatever that is. Ooh, locked again. Very tidy. Very clean. Not very old. And we've got a few outside the gate here. These are the bigger, better ones. Well, better, they're all good, aren't they? But these are the ones that they want you to draw you into the sale with. So you've got Cat Challenger, older looking thing, but I imagine the condition of the tracks of these is going to be a bit of a selling point, whether it's a yay or nay, isn't it? If this needs set of tracks straight away, it's going to affect your price. So R-Reg, whatever that works out to be. Yeah, bit of a beast. Supplied by Robson Tractors, Thirsk, so that's local as well. JCB Agri Super. From Sherman's. 4220 fast track. Some rather, not sure what the idea of these big. Are they for ballasting the tyres or something? I'm not sure. It's all freshly greased up. Yeah. Manitou telehandler. A lot of local stuff here. Russell's, that's from Russell's, they're around here. So on the other side we got a good selection of Masseys there. 6485 Dyna Shift. This looks a little bit faded on the paintwork, but it looks a tidy thing. Supplied by Chandler's. 6920. Set of tyres very soon on that one. And lastly, it's a little line. So we've got 6490, 7620 and 8650. This one certainly had a lot of loving to get it ready for sale. We'll watch these and we'll see what these make. We'll hopefully put a video up with some prices on middle of next week when the auction's finished. The tractor sale, it's on, you can bid now, but the tractors begin to end, if that makes sense, I think next Wednesday. Some of the smaller machinery begins to end Tuesday and Monday. So if you want to come up, this weekend is the time to do it, and if you need to be bidding, you need to, don't leave it too long after the weekend. Right, I am gonna maybe call an end to this video, and we're gonna head out to the machinery field. What I plan on doing is releasing this video today, which is Thursday, so you've got plenty of time to look around the items, and the machinery video, we'll see, it might be today, it might be tomorrow, so it might be Thursday or Friday. But anyway, for now, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, hype, whatever you need to do, it means a great deal. We'll see you on the machinery sale video. Speak to you in a bit. Bye bye.